Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Want to go over a ton of great free games available with Prime. Now, quote-unquote free. A lot of you guys have Amazon Prime for the free shipping. Again, quote-unquote free. You're paying for Amazon Prime, but you get the idea. Prime Gaming is something a lot of people don't take advantage of, but man, they've got a lot of great offers on Prime Gaming as far as games that are free, quote-unquote. But we'll talk about it. We'll go through all of that, and we got some great deals over at Green Man Gaming to go over because, a big game just recently came out for early, quote-unquote, early access and some other deals that I do want to round out. Let's kick things off with Prime Gaming and the game offerings on there. I do really wish that Prime would work something out with, I don't know who it is, Valve, Steam, I don't know who they have to talk to offer Steam games as well. I feel like they would get a lot more interest because that's just the reality of the world, guys. I see the metrics. I know how much more interest there is when there's a free Steam game offering versus other platforms, but they got GOG freebies, which GOG is damn good, and for those of you that use the Epic Game Store, they got a couple of Epic Game Store freebies, and given the caliber of these games, I would think, using a storefront outside of Steam may be worthwhile. Alright, so you got Lego Lord of the Rings, that's a GOG copy being given out, Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, the Game of the Year edition, GOG copy with that, Lego Indiana Jones, the Original Adventure, that is the Amazon client, or the whatever client, the Prime client, to download that. Shadow of the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, that's via the Epic Game Store. That is an awesome, awesome edition. SOTR is fantastic, highly recommended. Narratively, not as strong as ROTR, but still a damn good game. Borderlands, the pre-sequel, Epic Game Store copy of that. Eternights, kind of a dungeon-crawling action RPG crossed with a dating sim. It's pretty comical, it's pretty good. Just go into it with your expectations in line, and you can have a good time with that. Borderlands 2, an Epic Game Store copy of that. Obviously, Borderlands 2, in my opinion, is where Borderlands as a franchise peaked. Unfortunately, I didn't think Borderlands, the pre-sequel, was as good as Borderlands 2. I still thought it was pretty good, and Borderlands 3 I was kind of down on. But, Borderlands 2 is awesome, and I strongly recommend it. And then Greedfall Gold Edition, available via GOG, so that is a great offer as well. Greedfall is kind of a janky, lower budget RPG, but I still thought it was pretty enjoyable, so definitely some really good options here as far as games to check out with Prime. SOTR, and remember, you add these games to your library, they are yours to own forever, even if you unsubscribe from Prime or, whatever. The games are there for a duration, and then they get pulled as freebie offers. There's other offers there that have been there for a while. Maneater for Epic Game Store, Trek to Yomi, Epic Game Store, South of the Circle, Forager for GOG, Alex the Kid at the Miracle World, Epic Game Store, Midnight Fight Express, Cat Quest 2, a GOG copy of that, Cat Quest 3 just dropped. There's a lot of good options. These recent editions, however, add a lot of value to Prime Gaming as a whole, so maybe even you don't have a Prime subscription. There's gotta be, like, most families, I feel, have a Prime subscription at this point. I actually know some families that have, like, 2 Prime subscriptions, which is, like, kind of wild just because people want their individual Prime subscription, I guess. But, nevertheless, it's a great value offer and an accessory offer to what you mainly get Prime for. Obviously, Prime Video. Football season just started. Thursday Night Football's on Prime as well. Prime gives you a lot of value. It is getting fairly expensive. I feel like it's just getting more and more expensive. I want to say it's like $150 a year now, which is kind of pricey, but it is what it is as far as that's concerned. All right, more deals from Green Man Gaming. Right off the top, Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. The Gold Edition is live right now for you guys to check out, and XP members will get it 16% off, $75.59 at Green Man Gaming. The game just dropped. This is a sizable discount. You don't pay tax either, and the game is downloadable and playable right now. Guys, I think Space Marine 2 is an absolutely awesome game. I get the criticism over the game's length. I'll be talking about that topic quite a lot in a lot of videos, but I just think for the style of game that Space Marine is, Space Marine 2, doing a 30-hour campaign wouldn't have been all that feasible, and I just think what you're getting, given that this game is centric around the multiplayer, it's built around a lot of the multiplayer replayability, the fact is, there's been games that existed like this all the time that have 6 to 8 hour campaigns, and Space Marine 2's campaign is so over the top, it's mayhem-filled, and it's just a ton of fun. And then the PvE component, Operations, PvP, Endless War, hopefully that'll keep you coming back. There's content updates that'll be coming for the game as well. I just think it's a great game. Co-op campaign's a lot of fun as well. Been playing with my buddy through the campaign, and we've been having a great time with it. And it's just absolute mayhem. Like, this is the type of carnage I want to see out of more video games, and this one just makes you feel like an absolute badass. I've seen multiple people say that, but no, it's really true. Space Marine 2 is one of the best games in terms of actually making you feel like a badass. 16% off for $75.59. Gold Edition also gives you the Season Pass, a lot of cosmetic content with that. Next up, we have the Outlast Trials, 43% off for $22.77. You know, it's not really my style of game, but $22 for it. If you do want to check it out, go for it. You know, if you're into your horror titles, something to check out there if you got a couple of friends to play with as well. You can have a good time with that. So give that a look. Outlast Trials, a significantly discounted. Mafia Trilogy, on the other hand, a game that is totally up my alley, 78% off for $13.05. You get Mafia Definitive Edition, Mafia 2, and Mafia 3. All three of these games are very good, I would say. Mafia 3, maybe very good, is a little bit of a stretch. Mafia Definitive Edition is a ground-up remake of Mafia 1. Visually, it looks great. Gameplay is a little bit dated, given that, you know, it's a fine third-person cover shooter, but it's not gonna blow you away. Mafia 2 is really good as well. Narratively, those games are just really solid, and they are not overly lengthy. Like, solid 10 to 12-hour campaigns, worthwhile, and just engaging narratives. Voice acting is really good as well. $13.05 on that, really solid. XCOM 2, the collection, 93% off for $6.96. It's XCOM 2 with all of the DLC. If you're remotely into tactics games, definitely check this out. And even if you're not, XCOM Enemy Unknown was the game that I ended up really enjoying, even though this genre isn't necessarily up my alley. I just thought that game was really good, and XCOM 2, I thought, built upon it really well. War of the Chosen extends the game quite a lot, and for $7, sub $7, you're getting quite a lot of content for your dollar, so definitely a good shout there. Disco Elysium, the final cut, 79% off for $8.50. This is a really, really well done game. I know there's some controversy with everything that went on with the publisher and the developers, but as far as the game itself, some of the best writing that you are ever going to see in a video game. It is incredibly, incredibly woven together narratively. Now, it's not super fast-paced or anything like that. It is a little bit methodical, a little bit of that psychological element, but it does it so well. For $8.50, I just think it's a great pickup. If you're remotely into something that is narrative driven, Disco Elysium is one of the best titles you can get. No action-packed gameplay or anything like that, but as far as writing goes, it's tremendous. But speaking of action-packed gameplay, Streets of Rage 4 is absolutely going to offer you that. 68% off for $8. Really well done beat-em-up that harkens back to the classic days of beat-em-ups while also modernizing the game and having it engaging for a newer audience. Came out back in April of 2020, but a good shout here. A good price as well. $8 for that, I think, is very good. But that is going to do it for me. Again, Prime Gaming. Tons of great free games there with your Prime subscription. From Lego Lord of the Rings, Lego Indiana Jones, Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Borderlands pre-sequel, Eternights, Borderlands 2, Greedfall, Gold Edition, just a ton of great stuff across the board. And then a ton of great deals over at Green Man Gaming as well, highlighted by Space Marine 2, which is available in its quote-unquote early access right now, but a lot of other good deals. That Mafia Trilogy deal is excellent. XCOM 2 collection is really good. There's a lot of good stuff all around. Links to everything, as always, will be in the description box below. That's going to do it for me. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.